America's biggest World Cup threat isn't who you think. The hidden danger of Group D. The group that could break America's World Cup dream. Everyone is talking about the United States. The host nation. The home crowds. The stadiums. The opportunity. But nobody is talking about the danger. Because when a nation hosts a World Cup, the pressure becomes something completely different. It becomes personal. And hidden inside Group D are three teams capable of turning America's dream into a nightmare. Paraguay, Turkey, Australia. Three nations. Three different mindsets. One mission. Shock the world. And history has shown us that World Cups are never won by talent alone. Sometimes, they're decided by who handles pressure better. The weight of an entire nation. Most teams enter a World Cup carrying expectations. The United States enters carrying an entire country. For American soccer, this tournament feels bigger than football. A great run could transform the sport forever. A disappointing exit could become a national disappointment. And that creates a unique psychological challenge. Because pressure at home is different. Every mistake feels louder. Every missed chance feels heavier. Every loss becomes impossible to escape. Christian Pulisic and this young American squad know exactly what's at stake. The crowds will support them. The stadiums will be full. The energy will be electric. But support creates something else too. Expectation. And expectation is often football's heaviest burden. The question is no longer whether America is talented enough. The question is whether they are mentally prepared. Paraguay, the team built on belief. Every World Cup has one team that arrives with momentum. This year, that team might be Paraguay. Not because of superstar names. Not because of global attention. But because of belief. Their transformation has been remarkable. A team many people ignored suddenly became one of South America's toughest opponents. And that transformation began inside the mind. Coach Gustavo Alfaro understands something many managers don't. Football isn't only physical. It's psychological. The strongest teams aren't always the most talented. They're often the teams that believe the most. Paraguay plays with discipline, patience, emotional control. And those qualities become dangerous in tournaments. Because when pressure rises, calm teams often survive. And emotional teams often collapse. If America begins to feel nervous, Paraguay will be waiting. Turkey, the most unpredictable team in the group. Then there is Turkey. Perhaps the most fascinating team in Group D. Young, talented, fearless, but also unpredictable. And unpredictability can be dangerous. Because nobody truly knows which version of Turkey will appear. Will it be the exciting team filled with rising stars? Or the team that struggles when adversity arrives? That's the battle Turkey faces. Not against opponents. Against themselves. Every tournament has a team capable of brilliance one day. And disappointment the next. Turkey has spent years living between those two realities. Which makes them one of the biggest wild cards in the entire World Cup. Because if they find consistency, they become dangerous. Very dangerous. Australia, the team that never stops fighting. Australia enters the tournament carrying something different. Not pressure. Not hype. Not expectations. Just determination. And sometimes that's enough. Football history is filled with teams that looked average on paper, yet became unforgettable on the field. Australia understands this better than most. They rarely arrive as favorites. They rarely dominate headlines. But they almost always compete. Because their greatest strength isn't skill. It's resilience. The ability to keep fighting when others start doubting. The ability to stay organized when chaos takes over. And in a tournament where emotions often decide matches, that mindset can become a weapon. The real battle of Group D. People will talk about tactics, formations, possession, statistics. But the real battle of Group D is happening somewhere else. Inside the mind. Can America handle the expectations of millions? Can Paraguay continue believing? Can Turkey control their emotions? Can Australia turn resilience into results? Those questions won't be answered by talent alone. Because every team in this group has enough quality to advance. The difference will come from something harder to measure. Mental strength. On paper, America should advance. But World Cups are never played on paper. They are played under pressure, under fear, under expectation, under belief. And that is why Group D may become one of the most dangerous groups in the tournament. Because hidden behind the excitement is a truth every football fan understands. The biggest threat isn't always the strongest team. Sometimes, it's the team that nobody saw coming. And somewhere inside Group D, one nation is preparing to rewrite the story. The only question is, who will it be?